Good evening, Lizzie boys, and welcome back to my channel. Sorry for the late upload. I intended to make this video earlier, but I have been undergoing a very large doll purge. I'll be making a video on that soon. But yeah, I've been going through my stuff, trying to downsize because I need more storage space, and to make storage space, I have to get rid of stuff. But that's not the point of this video. Today we're going to be talking about Howliday Skelita, who has leaked. I don't know who had her, I don't know where they got her, but she was for sale on Mercari for $129, and she did in fact sell. I'm assuming whoever bought her is planning to make a review, post some photos of her online, but yeah, this doll should be releasing soon. She's going to only be $45, so please don't give in to reseller prices. And yeah, let's begin talking about what the doll looks like. So here she is, Howliday Skelita. All we had seen of this doll previously was a very blurry stock photo, but now we actually get to see the doll in full. And I have to say, I quite like what I'm seeing. I was never the biggest fan of her original Day of the Dead doll that she got in G2, mostly because it was a G2 doll and they very much G2ified her. Her face makeup was very boring and not very fun. She had a white nasal cavity, which just doesn't make sense because it's a nasal cavity. It's a hole in her face, which is a skull. It should not be white. It was weird that they painted it white. Moving my camera very quickly. Sorry if you hear any noise from that. Yeah, sorry. My foot fell asleep while I was recording, so I had to move. So, her box is a lot of fun as well. I really love all the butterflies and marigolds and all the sugar skelettes. It's just a very cute box in general. Comparing it to another Day of the Dead doll like Maria from Rainbow High, I think I prefer this one. It's just a lot more fun and vibrant, whereas Maria's was made to look like an ofrenda, which is the sort of, how do I describe an ofrenda? If you've seen Coco, you know what it is. If you're Mexican, you know what it is. If you celebrate the holiday, you know what an ofrenda is. But basically, it's where you place photos of your deceased relatives to honor them. And that's what Maria's box, I believe, was supposed to look like. I think you were supposed to put her on the ofrenda. I don't remember what the point of Maria's huge box was, but it lit up. And Skelita's box I just like a lot more. It's just cuter, in my opinion. So we also got a photo of the back of her box, and me personally, I can't make out what the words say. They're too small for my very, very poor eyesight to read. Editing Lizzie here, I tried to read it here and it took me like 2 minutes and it was really long and embarrassing because I just couldn't read the words, so I just edited it out. Okay, bye. But the back of her box does have a stock photo on it, which we did get the full version of from all MH data on Instagram. So this is Skelita's stock photo. It's obviously a bit different from the actual production doll, considering this seems to be a prototype with a paler eyebrows. They're much darker here. I like her makeup. This doll does look a bit wonky. I don't know if they were doing that just because this is probably just a wonky doll, I want to say. My thoughts feel really disordered in this video, and it's because they are. It's because they are. So, let's talk about her dress. Let's just dial everything back and talk about her dress. I like it. I think it's very cute. It features a lot of the same prints that are on her box, like the marigolds, the butterflies, the skelettes. A lot of those seem to be repeated on her dress, and I like that. I think it's cute. My one gripe with the dress, though, is how boring the top is. The bodice that actually goes around Skelita, like, it just feels a bit plain, you know? It's still cute, but I definitely feel like they could have done something more with that one part of the dress. Maybe they made it plain just so it wouldn't detract from the skirt, like detract attention from it. I don't know. But overall, I like this doll. I think she's very pretty. Her sleeves are kind of boring as well, honestly. They're just purple lined with pink. I don't know what I would have put on this area because it just feels like from the waist up, dress-wise, they just didn't know what to do with the dress because it does look a little bit plain. It's not bad, though. I definitely prefer this dress to the original one that her doll had. The original Day of the Dead Skelita. I think I'll compare them shortly. But, yeah. I also prefer this doll's headpiece. I just think it's very cute. I love the marigolds with the skulls in the middle. The skelettes, if you will. And Skelita's face-up is probably my favorite part of this doll. I just really like the purple around her eyes. I love the pink lips. And I really like the use of pink and blue for the decorations on her face. Because as you guys know, Skelita's face makeup is typically inspired by a sugar skull. And I think they could have taken it a bit further. They definitely could have pushed it a bit more. But what we got is still pretty cute. I do want to believe that this doll is wonky, though, because she just looks a little bit wonky. You know, just something looks a little bit off. Not to mention, these photos aren't the greatest. These were from a Mercari listing, so, it's not the greatest the photos could have been, but overall, I do like what I'm seeing with Skelita. The back of the box, again, we talked about this shortly, but I think it's very cute. My one gripe with the Howliday line, though, and I know I'm saying gripe a lot, but this is a legitimate, like, sort of minor issue I have with the line, is that they don't do artwork for the backs of the boxes. I would really prefer that they put artwork of the dolls rather than just photos of the dolls on the back of the Howliday boxes. I really feel like it would be a lot more fun, and they definitely could get Darko to do artwork for these boxes. Like, he does artwork for everything else. He did artwork for Real Drama. He did artwork for just about every G3 line, except for the first few. So I really feel like they should use him more, because I really think an artwork of Skelita would have been better to just a photo of the doll on the back of the box. That's just my opinion, though. But overall, I like Skelita, and you know, actually, in this photo, I don't mind the top as much. Yeah, it's kind of growing on me. She's got a pretty cute necklace. It is just a little bit plain, though. There's no real paint detailing on it. I would have liked the skull to actually be painted in, because she has a skelet on her necklace, but the eyes aren't painted in, so it's just a solid blue skelet. Some paint detail would definitely elevate that. Overall, I think this doll is super cute. So let's pull up the original Day of the Dead Skelita. So here she is, the G2 Collector Day of the Dead Skelita. So I think most of my issues with this doll primarily lie in her face. It's just, I really don't like her face in this doll. Like, when you compare this to this, I really feel like it's night and day. This doll obviously has the superior face. But overall, this doll is a bit more colorful, which I appreciate. Day of the Dead is a very colorful and vibrant holiday, so I do prefer when dolls relating to the holiday are more colorful and vibrant. It's one of the reasons I didn't like Maria from Rainbow High. She was just too monochromatic, only wearing red and black. And I feel like Skelita's new doll doesn't fall into that all the way, but she gets very close, because she's primarily wearing purple and black. The original Day of the Dead Skelita from G2 wore blue, she wore pink, green, yellow, you know? She had a lot of color going on. But I don't think I like this dress as much as I do this one. Okay, there's some aspects I would want to combine, actually. Like, I prefer the top part, the bodice, to this dress rather than this one. So if they could have done a similar silhouette to this one, I do feel like it would have elevated this dress more, because I prefer the skirt of this dress, which might sound crazy because the lace on this one is a lot nicer, but I just kind of dig the purple more than I do, like, I guess I like the purple more than it's the teal blue, that's what I'm saying. Although, interestingly enough, this Skelita does actually have teal blue in her hair. It's mostly visible in the stock images, but similar to the G2 Skelita, rather than having orange streaks like her dolls typically do, she has teal blue. So, it's a similar trait that these two have. I think in terms of the headpiece, I prefer the new dolls, just because I like the yellow marigold with the skelets more. This one is still cute. It's very nicely done, but I just personally prefer the new headpiece, honestly. One cool thing that they did with this doll, though, was that they gave her a very unique stand. It seems to have marigolds and skelets on it. I don't have this doll out of the box, so I can't, like, describe the stand as well as I want to. My mom has this doll, but she's in the box, so not much I can really say, again, because I haven't seen the stand with my own two eyes. But the stand was more detailed here. I do wish the Howliday line would give the dolls more unique stands. The closest we've gotten was that Draculaura's Howliday stand kind of had some glitter in it. Other than that, all the other Howliday dolls so far have just had standard black Monster High stands, and I feel like it's going to be the same for Skelita. Oh wait, no, we can see her stand in the box, and it's one of those goddamn crotch stands again. Is it because she's a skeleton? It probably is. It's a little difficult to put Skelita on a Monster High stand unless you leave this piece of plastic that they put around her body, like, on. Because Skelita comes with this piece of plastic encased around her torso so that the stand clip can actually grab onto her. You can remove it if you want. I've never done that personally because I like to display my Skelitas, but if you want to remove that piece of plastic, you can. And I'm assuming this doll is going to come wearing it as well, just because the shape of her bodice, like the shape of her dress, seems to imply that she's wearing that piece of plastic, if that makes sense. I feel like I've rambled a lot about this doll, but I guess I just had a lot of thoughts to get out. I usually make these videos just kind of to get my own thoughts in order, and I think my own thoughts are, I like this doll. I was honestly counting on it. I was feeling very confident that I would like her just based on that first image that we had leaked of her, and I think in general I'm just kind of a positive person. I usually end up liking stuff. I could rag on something for like 10 minutes and then I might end up buying it. It's kind of like how Rosie from Rainbow High is slowly becoming one of my favorites from Series 3. I mean, from Shadow High. She kind of became one of my favorites from Series 3, but when the stock images came out, I hated her. I didn't like her, but now I like her, you know? So, in short, I like this Skelita, and I'm interested in hearing what you guys have to say about her. So anyway, we're gonna call it here. Yeah, I definitely rambled more than enough about this doll. I don't know how I always make these videos so long, but I do. So, as usual, feel free to share your thoughts on the doll we discussed today in the comments below. I'm interested in hearing what the consensus on Skelita is. She leaked after all the Draculaura stuff went down, so maybe more people have seen her, but I don't know. There was definitely a lot going on yesterday. So yeah, feel free to leave your thoughts in the comments below. I love hearing what you guys have to say. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And as always, I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!